So what is going on, guys? NanoPrince93 here with another video, and today we're going to go over 9 tips and tricks from iPadOS that you still have not heard of. So obviously there's a bunch of videos that are out there about iPadOS and like an overall scope of what's new, what you should try first, but this one's for the little nuances that people just didn't know existed yet. So we're just going to hop right into it. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you learned one tip, one new trick, comment below which one it was and which one you would think you would use and would find the most useful. So the first one has to do with how you interact with links on any web page, any mailbox, anything that sends you a link. You'll be able to interact and be able to use this method. So normally if you go into a link, like let's tap on this picture, it'll just send you to another home page or another page within that same tab. But if you use both fingers and tap on a link, boom, it opens up right there. So if you guys can take a notice, look, if I press here, double tap, not even double tap, press with 2 fingers, opens up a new tab within Safari. So that's tip number 1, guys. Hopefully that's something new. All right, another one has to do with maps, right? So everybody knows that if you double tap, it just kind of zooms you in, zooms you in, zooms you in as far as it lets you. And then usually you have to do one of these to get out, right? Like swipe, swipe, swipe. But if you also, another way to do it is 2 fingers, double tap, and it zooms you out. The same way it would zoom you in. So you can literally go as far out as you want, guys. That's another one. Another cool one that's pretty convenient is if you force touch on the calendar, you can just add event from there. And also, if you go into your day view, if you long press on the calendar, it adds a 30-minute event and you can kind of slide up and down wherever that event is about to happen. So we're gonna cancel this event because it's not an actual event, but that's a new one that kind of showed up with iPadOS. Another cool one has to do with screenshots. So if you take a screenshot like you normally would, you press this little plus sign up here, you press on the magnifier option, and then a little magnifier shows up. So you can kind of move it around. As you guys can see, grab the little green icon to rotate it a little bit, which I think is kind of cool. So if you want to like move it, grab it and move it in front of here, and then zoom it in, I think that's kind of cool. So that's a new thing that I might start using for some of my thumbnails in the videos if I'm describing a certain app that's on my iPad. So another good one is in Mail, right? So if you go into the settings, into the Mail settings, you can actually customize swipe options, which I didn't know was a thing. So basically what it tells, so if you swipe left, you can flag it, do nothing, mark as read, move the message, and same thing, you can basically assign tasks to how you swipe and which direction you swipe. Another cool one, which I didn't even know existed, honestly, I mean, a lot of these are brand new to me, but you can actually swipe on notes messages to pin them, and you see it'll show up on the top of the screen. So I just pinned like last minute tech gifts, so that's a cool little idea if you want to remember things that are important, and then when you're done with them, you can just unpin it. And boom, it's unpinned, and it moves back to chronological order. The next one has to do with photos. So if you go into your photos and you go into the month view, it actually can create slideshows for you, which is really, really nice. So what's awesome is that when you go into month view, it can create little slideshows for you in little sections, especially as you can see it for October, for August, and you kind of click it and it creates these cool little montages of videos, which allow you to just kind of remember and reminisce on the things that you did on a month-to-month basis. And then the last cool little tip that I have for you guys is if you have a bunch of bookmarks open that you open pretty frequently, on a day-to-day basis, like maybe every single day you check on your finances, every single day for work you open like these 3 different websites. If you long press on the bookmark button here, you can add all 8 tabs to one bookmark, name that bookmark, and then it's there. So every time you get into Safari, you just press on that bookmark and all, I guess in this case, all 8 tabs will open at the same time. That's pretty much going to do for this video, guys. Hopefully somebody learned at least one tip that worked for you, kind of helped out your workflow a little bit. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace, guys.